Hi, welcome back to the Sing Confidently, Live Creatively podcast. Estelle here. Today, we're talking about audition tips to help you actually choose a song for your next audition or musical theater audition. And this is based on a question that I got on my TikTok, which I know TikTok is like on the outs at this probably at this point in time when this episode comes out, but I did get this question and answered it and actually went through this exact process that I'm going to share with you for how to choose a song. And this can work for anyone who is wanting to choose a song, even if it's not for an audition, but like just in general, like what song should you be working on right now? Like maybe you're not currently in voice lessons, but you are still wanting to keep up with the voice practice, which I absolutely recommend. Even if you're not taking lessons, you can still keep up with your own vocal practice. And if you're not sure what song to choose, then this can also help you. But this is like audition season. This is like a big time for actors and performers and singers auditioning. I have students who are auditioning, like teens and kids students who are auditioning for things in community theater and whatnot. And so I know that this is important. This is an important time. So let's jump into some of these tips to choose a song. Oh, real quick before I jump into that, just remember that if you need any help with singing and performing in general with more confidence, I do have an upcoming workshop, a free workshop, virtual coming up for everyone who, like all levels. So, anyone who wants to be singing and performing with more confidence, or you really want a creative outlet, like maybe you're not fully a performer right now, but you feel that like spark in you, and you want that creative outlet, but you just don't really know where to start because you don't feel very confident in your voice and you really have no idea what to do. Come to the workshop. It's a workshop this time. It's not a master class. So it's a workshop. We're going to be working. You're going to be singing. You're going to be doing, I'm going to lead you through vocal warm-ups. I'm going to lead you through how to, start putting yourself out there and performing as well online and in person. So definitely come to creativelybyestelle.com/studio to sign up today. So that way you don't miss out on it. And I'm going to release the date. By now, the date would have been released, but it's happening at the end of January. But you want to make sure that you get on that list so that you can get all the information you need. I'm so excited. Like, we're going to be working together. Like, this is literally like a free voice lesson. So it's going to be fun. Okay. So make sure you come on out, go to creativelybyestelle.com/studio to sign up. So let's get into these audition tips in order to choose your next song. So for me personally, like I in the past when I've been have had an audition coming up or have been working on like building songs into my book, like I've worked with voice teachers to help me do that in the past. Currently, though, when it comes to choosing a song, this is literally the process that I would go through because, and this is what I went through for this person who was asking on TikTok. I literally did it like in the moment and recorded it and like kind of like cut it up into pieces. But like, this is literally what I did. And this is what I would do choosing a song on my own for an audition. So I have 4 steps. Okay. Plus a bonus. Okay. 4 steps and then like a little bonus tip at the end. But this is what I did in the video. And this is what I would do. Number one, research the show and the character songs. So this is like if you know what show, so if you know what show you're auditioning for. So for instance, this person was asking about an audition for Donna from Mamma Mia. So if you guys know Mamma Mia, it's like 70s, it's fun, dancing queen, young and sweet, only 17, right? We got Dancing Queen, we got Mamma Mia, here we go again, right? So many fun songs, upbeat. That's really the energy of the entire show. And it's 70s. So researching the show, just like knowing that is so key. And then you can also look into the songs that character that you're auditioning for. What specific songs are they singing? And you kind of want to just start to listen to those and pay attention to those. So I just like listened to a couple of Donna songs to jog my memory as well. So there you go. Like first thing, research the show and the songs that the character you're auditioning for tends to like. What songs does that character sing in the show? And just give yourself that foundation of information is very simple, easy to do. I literally did that in like 5 minutes, like 5 or so minutes. It was really quick. Just a quick search. Okay. And then the second thing that I did is I thought about who is this character? Just like, and all this I did like literally in like 10 minutes or less. It was so quick, like maybe 15 minutes because I was taking my time to like also kind of edit the video. But I thought about who is this character? Like, what is her vibe? What is her energy? Okay, Donna and Mamma Mia, she's very like vivacious. She's kind of bubbly. She's a bit of a free spirit. Like, she's not the best with maybe relationships, but she has this free spirit and all that. She kind of just wants to have fun and, have that kind of vibe about her. So I was like, okay, so that is kind of the character that she is, right? So just think about the character. So if you have looked up an audition, maybe you looked on Playbill, if you're auditioning for a Broadway show or regional show, maybe you're auditioning for community theater and you want to do, you're auditioning for, let me choose another example of a show. What's a show? What's a show that I love? What's a show that a community theater would be doing, for instance? Let me think. So if your community theater is doing, sorry guys, I'm thinking. Sound of Music. Okay, kind of random, but I don't know. I feel like it's not really popular right now, but if your theater was doing Sound of Music, that's just what came to mind. The first step is to research the show and the character song. So you would research, like, what is Sound of Music all about? Just look that up real quick on Google. And then, what songs is Maria's? Okay, if you're auditioning for Maria, who's the main character, okay, what song does she sing? Okay, she sings The Hills Are Alive with the Sound of Music. She sings, the Doe a Deer, a Female Deer, like all these songs. Okay, she has, and then you would think about her character. Who is she as a person, right? And so that's kind of the direction that I'm going in. So back to Mamma Mia. That's what I did. I thought about the character. And then I looked at the range of the song that she is singing. So this is helpful because you can get an idea of like whether you would actually be good at playing this character, depending on how comfortable you are singing in that range. You might not, maybe you haven't done exercises to work on your range and expand your range consistently. And so maybe your range you're not quite comfortable singing certain lower notes or higher notes. And so maybe you need to, look at the songs that they sing in that show, that character sings in that show, and ask yourself like, oh, am I really comfortable with this? If not, that's okay. Maybe I want to audition for something else, or maybe I want to get into a voice lesson, get into Estelle's Sing Confidently course, come to the course and get discounted voice lessons, right? Maybe you want to do, get some help with that or start working on that so that way you can help yourself, help set yourself up for that character, that way you are already prepared. Like, okay, I'm going to be in my head voice a lot. I need to start doing some vocal exercises to help expand my range and connect my registers and give myself that support that I need, right? So think about the range. And then the fourth step that you do after you figure out like what range are they in? Are they singing? Like, and what style are they singing in? Like, are they belting a lot? Like, or are they like, is this like Heathers and they're like doing a lot of like pop and also like kind of like pop rock vibe, like, right? So are they belting a lot? Are they, is it more like soulful? Like, is it Motown, or is it more golden age, they're a soprano, that kind of thing. Think about the range and the style in which they're singing. So that way you can then go to step 4 and look at similar songs that are in that same range, in that same style of singing, and in that same time period and genre as well. You can do that too, right? So that way you already know the song, you know the show, you know the songs that this character is singing, you know who this character is, and you know the range that they're generally singing in, right? And now you can just look up songs that are in that similar style because you know the show, you know what time period it's set in, right? So for Mamma Mia, it's set in the 70s, right? So I'm sorry, it's not set in the 70s, but the music is from the 70s, right? A lot of the music is from ABBA, which was, 70s. Okay. So because Donna she's like reflecting on that time period in her life. So a lot of music is kind of 70s inspired. So you can look up similar songs in that style and in that time period. That's what I looked up. And in that genre as well. So like more poppy songs. And then you can also keep in mind the range of the character songs that you already decided on in step three and tie that back in here and say, okay, so here are some songs from, Greece, which is like 70s vibes. And then here are some songs from Beautiful Carole King musical, which is also 70s vibes. But now which ones are, so I found the different songs that are similar in, the show's time period and style, and maybe I found some songs that I feel like could work for this character and her personality. Now I want to think about which songs are actually in the range of this character, and that will also work for my comfort level of singing in this audition as well. So yeah, I hope that makes sense. I feel like I was kind of bouncing around with my points, but it's because everything overlaps. But these are like four steps, not like you have to do them necessarily in order, but these are four things to think about at least when you are choosing your next audition song. Think about the show and the character, the songs that the character sings in the show. Think about the character themselves. Like, what is their personality? That's the second thing. The third thing is to think about the range of the songs that this character sings. Like, does this character continually sing like and the style as well, is this character continually singing high belting songs, right, and doing a lot of high belting, like Elphaba and in Defying Gravity, or in Wicked, right, she has a lot of belting versus Glinda has a lot of not so much big belting in the same way as Elphaba, but more of like a soprano, like higher head voice. Yeah, like she's using more of her head voice and even her whistle tone as well in a lot of her songs. So that's different, right? You would choose different songs for Elphaba versus Glinda and Wicked. I'm jumping around with all my examples, guys. I'm sorry, but that was just to show like the difference in like range and style. So you think about the range and the style, and then you're going to look up similar songs that are in the style, time period, and the genre of that character and of that show. Okay, so these are just four separate like four things that you can do. Not necessarily in that order again, but it does help to kind of do the first three before then looking up similar songs. That way you already know the show, the character, and the range. Now you just look up songs that are similar and kind of fit in with all of that. I hope that helps. That was a lot. Maybe that was a lot. Sorry if that was a lot, but I hope that helps. I just want to show and share what I did for this person who asked, and also what I would do looking up songs to work on for an audition or just in general. And my bonus tip is to always refer back to the audition listing, right? So I think I was trying to bring this up earlier. So if you are looking up an audition on Playbill or Broadway.com, or like just like a local listing or Backstage or wherever you look for audition listings, you want to make sure you read all the information, because if you've done all this work and then they tell you that they actually want you to sing like a song from the show, right, which doesn't really happen that much, I feel like, but if they say like they want you to sing this particular cut from this song from the show, then you kind of did all that research, but it's not what they're looking for. So no research, no work is wasted, but it's good to always refer back to the audition listing. What do they tell you that they want? And then you can, use that as your guideline for how long it should be, and how long the cut should be, and whether it's a cappella, whether it's with an accompanist, whether it's with a track, and all of that as well. So I hope this helps you as you're entering audition season, as we're starting this new year, and maybe you're wanting to get into auditioning, or you're just wanting to sing more and you don't really know where to start with musical theater songs or songs in general. These are some helpful tips to actually choose the song for your next audition or for the next piece that you want to work on. Yeah, I hope this helps. Let me know if it does. You can come on over to the free Facebook group, the Performing Arts Community, and I would love to see you over there. And you can go comment today which one of these tips you have used before or you want to use, and whether this was helpful to you. I would love to hear from you. Also, don't forget to leave a review, please. I would love to see what you think of this show. If you are like, oh, I'd love to hear more of this, or I'd love to know more about this, you can also put that in the review and I will read them as well. So please leave a review. It really helps so much because then other people around the world can hear this podcast and be inspired to start singing and building confidence as performers. And it's just so important for creatives to help each other and support each other, I think. So yeah, like that's a way that you can support another creative that you may never even meet, but because you leave a review, it boosts the show more and more people around the world can find it. So I would really, really appreciate that. And you would be supporting me as well. And yeah, I would so appreciate that. So yeah, and don't forget, of course, don't forget about the free singing workshop. It's free. It's at creativelybyestelle.com/studio. And the link is also right below this in the show notes, wherever you listen to the podcast. Just make sure you come on out. I would love to see you there and sing with you and answer any questions that you have and just meet you. Like, especially if you listen to the podcast, like, wouldn't it be so fun for us to chat and be like, hey, like I never see you guys, you know? So come on over and sign up for that. And I can't wait for that to happen. All right. I'll see you guys very soon. I'll talk to you later. Have an amazing day. See ya. Thank you so, so much for listening to today's episode and to this show. I'm so in awe of you for being here and showing up for your creative gifts. That takes courage. Don't forget to join the performing arts community on Facebook for support and inspiration as you continue on your journey. If this episode helped or inspired you in any way, please leave a review on Apple Podcasts and share it with someone. It means so, so much. Thank you again, and don't forget to keep singing, acting, dancing, performing, and living creatively. Talk to you next time.